Okay, here we go. Pop open a little. Look how little this is. Oh, that's going to last a while. 6.32 ounces. That's a weird amount. That is a weird amount. It's really not that great. It's really not that great. I'll drink it, but it's not that great. Okay. It's not near sparkling enough. Okay, my escapades with Adderall. Okay. So, I mean, obviously opioids was the thing. That was my thing that I, liked the most. Obviously, I was addicted to benzos. I won't necessarily say like I loved those either. Like it was just, I don't know. I was just an idiot and was taking a bunch of those. And then it got to a point where I had to have them every day, or else, so anyway, so Adderall, here we go. So yeah, Adderall, well, I'll start with this. So the first time I ever took Adderall or even considered taking Adderall, I mean, I kind of knew what it was but didn't know much about it. It was when I got clean, for several months. The first time I did it for several months. I tried, I got a month and a half other times, whatever, doesn't matter. But I think I was about 5 months off of pills, okay? And guy, and you're dealing with energy stuff here and there, and I don't think I really wanted it in my heart. I wasn't ready to get clean. I really wasn't. Looking back, I just really, really was not prepared for life without using anything. And anyway, so of course I worked with my dealer. Who, yeah, that's hard, dude. I freaking worked for months working with my dealer, dude. I can't believe it. I didn't relapse sooner. But anyway, so he's Adderall. I'm like, sure. I was like, yeah, I'll take some Adderall. And I had to get I think 10 or something like that, 30 milligram ones. And so I working on a Saturday. I remember this. So I'm working on a Saturday and I pop in an Adderall. And I was like, wow, I didn't realize it rewards your brain like opiates and stuff do. It rewards your brain. That's why it's addictive. And I love the way it made me feel. I just looked at it like opiates. I was like, well, I'm just going to take another one. So the first time I ever used Adderall, I took 60 milligrams. So I just popped in another one. Well, I went home that night and I was like a tweaker. I really was. I was cleaning our kitchen out and our fridge, and I remember my wife asked me, what is the deal? I'm like, and I was just straight up told her, actually, I was just honest. I was like, I took a couple Adderall today, and she didn't really know what Adderall was. And I mean, I knew it was an amphetamine, but for ADHD, prescribe it for ADHD and whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I'm cleaning the kitchen. I was up till whatever time. And then I realized, I was like, wow, this could be a tool, but I did not like that I was up all the time. It disrupted my sleep. So I remember that was a thing that I did not love about Adderall, where I think that was a big thing where I couldn't just get sucked in to Adderall. But man, when you're not sleeping good too, coming off opiates and stuff, it boosts you up. You're not tired, you're alert, you feel better. So it's easy to, it could be just as easy taking it though too. That was just me personally. That I didn't love. Now I had some scary moments with Adderall too. I had some scary moments, and as I was thinking about this, dude, I remember something, because I always talk about, like I never had an issue with alcohol in my life, but the one period in my life where I kind of did, I guess, where it could have happened more so is so I had been off pills for 5-6 months. Well, I start to, I'm dabbling in Adderall, like I said. Well, what I start doing is I start drinking some Rolling Rock, like almost every night after work, drinking a few. Well, then I found out I can drink more beer right when I get home. Cause I hate getting dehydrated. Even if I just have a few beers, I just don't like the way it makes me feel the next day. But I discovered that if I took an Adderall in the morning, that was fine. I was fine. Or maybe take 2 if I was more hungover. I mean, seriously. So what I started doing is I'd get home and I'd drink more than normal. So I'd get home, drink some beers, and then I could drink really whatever I wanted, and just take an Adderall the next day or two, So I started doing that for a while. So I started doing that. You know, and like, yeah, the beer helped me calm down when I got, I mean, that's the thing. It was just this vicious cycle. It was like, drink some beer, take an Adderall to wake up the next morning. But if I'm having anxiety from the Adderall, just drink beer, take some benzos. That's another thing. That's another thing. So, yeah. So, you know, I'd take a bunch of Adderall. Well, I'd get more benzos to like calm me down, blah, blah, blah. It was like this freaking, it was, yeah, it turned into this not good thing, this vicious little, well, anyway, so what happened is, so I'm taking like 60 to 90 milligrams of Adderall. I start kind of just upping it, you know, and I remember I started taking like 3 of those 30s, like just like for multiple days in a row. And yeah, that's the thing is I wouldn't use it every day. I would not use Adderall every single day. I just couldn't do that. I wanted to sleep. So I wouldn't do that. That was like a huge step for me. I mean, because if I like something, I did it every day. And I didn't drink every single day either, but it was becoming, these things were an issue. Okay. They were, anyway, so I was taking like 90 milligrams multiple days in a row. I mean, my blood pressure was up. I mean, it was up. And I remember I was coming back from this work class thing and I stopped at Target. I wasn't getting Spindrift because I don't even think they had Spindrift back then. I didn't even know what Spindrift was. That's the thing. I was missing out on life. Look at that. Okay. But I was there and I just remember I'm pushing a cart in Target and I got like super confused. Like I was just like someone came up to me and asked me if I was okay. And I was just like, yeah. Well, my pinky and like both of my hands, like they were getting kind of numb, like the circulation wasn't getting there or something. I mean, like I was like, oh my gosh, like am I going to have a stroke or a heart attack or something? But I was just like, and then I was like, oh my, like I'm like legit confused. Like I was legit confused. So I remember standing there and I know I didn't buy anything. I just like, I knew I had to leave. And I don't remember how I got home. I really don't, but I got home. I mean, it wasn't good, dude. It really wasn't freaking good. I could have died. I mean, I have high blood pressure, dude. I have to take medicine for my blood pressure. I've been super fit, 6-pack guy, freaking have high blood pressure. You know what I mean? Like it's just what it is. Eat right, high blood pressure. So that's really not smart, especially taking that much. That was freaking scary, dude. That really, really was that I remember that, I stopped taking it then. Actually, I did. I stopped taking it for a while, anyway. But then I do, in fact, I remember I bought 60 of these freaking things, these 30 milligram pills. And I remember giving a bunch away, like, I don't know, probably 40 of them. It wasn't even like, I remember that. I remember it was a lot. And I was just like, I don't want to mess around with this stuff anymore. Well, once I relapsed on methadone, started taking methadone because I couldn't get anything else. I've already taken the benzos. Well, then I started kind of taking Adderall here and there with that, and then I had changed. So I never took more than like 30 milligrams of Adderall. I think maybe a couple times I might have taken 45 because there were the capsules, but then there were some that you could break in half. I'd snort it sometimes too, actually. I just remember that. I hated snorting drugs, actually. I really freaking did. Even the Adderall, I didn't love snorting it. Sometime I'll make a video on just how I use my drugs if you guys want. I don't know. Not that I don't want to sound like I'm glorifying it though. But I like the, you'd have the little capsules that you open up and it was like this salt, and I'd snort that up. I really wouldn't notice a great big difference. So it wasn't like I got incredibly higher or anything like that, snorting the Adderall myself. Honestly, the couple times I did it with pills, I didn't really notice a ton either. Like really, I don't know. And I just hated the way it felt going up my nose. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather just, especially when you're getting them for $1, opiates. I was like, I'd rather just take a bunch and not snort any. Like I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So I started kind of mixing it up with Adderall, and I had a overdose on methadone scare. It was when I had recently relapsed, and I thought I was gonna die. Like I remember, like I stood up, like I just like felt myself going. And I've taken a lot of crap, and we all have, right? We all know. And I thought, I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. I was standing up, walking around, and I just had to tell my wife, I'm like, dude, I've taken too much freaking methadone. Fairly recently relapsed. I told her so it was still at the stage where I told her, told her that I relapsed after I kept it from her for a while. Oh, they're having fun. I didn't know if there was crying going on with the kids. But anyway, and I remember that night when I thought I was going to freaking relapse, and I just felt like everything was it was slowing down, dude. And I was like like it was happening, and I freaking got an Adderall, and I freaking snorted the whole thing at night, and that like helped me. It helped me like get going again. I seriously think like maybe I would have died, which is dumb. Yeah, I'm going to die from an overdose of methadone and benzos. And see, and I knew the thing that is dangerous with methadone, dude, and you relapse on methadone if you, or you know what I mean, is, you say, it's such a long half-life. So say you take 2 days on, let's say you take 20 milligrams. After you've been clean for 7 months, you take 20 milligrams one day, and then the next day you take 40, and then 60, and then 80, and then, or, you know what I mean, start going up fast. That it carries over you, and that's why methadone is so dangerous and can kill people. Just another reason why it is. That's why I know more people, or know of more people through people that I know that have died from methadone than anything else, opiate related, more than heroin. But yeah, so then I started kind of dabbling in it here and there, with that. But that was always the last love. But the other time when I got, tried to get clean and then got on the kratom, I'd dabble around with Adderall then too. But anyway, I guess, I don't know, maybe this is fizzling out and stupid, but it just kind of fizzled out, and I just kind of use it every now and then here and there. Even in the last, however long, getting off, 2 years, whenever I'd use it, I'd never, in the last year, when I F up and come on here, be like, oh, guess what I did? I never took, even a full 30 milligram. I just took a little, okay, I need a little bump today. I'm so effing tired. I'm so, which at least, I wasn't, it doesn't, I'm not justifying it at all. It was still stupid as heck. But I didn't really take it to get high. I took it because I was so effing exhausted or something like that, typically. But still stupid. But yeah, that's been my stint with Adderall. I don't freaking know. Maybe this sucked. But, pills, opiates were always the number one thing, dude. That became like a tool. Yeah, it really did. It became a tool so I could drink some, but not take pills, everything revolved around pills, dude. Everything revolved around opiates, opioids, is because if I wasn't taking those pills, well, I still had to feel good because I really wanted those pills, but I can't take those pills because then I'm gonna have to tell everyone I relapse. So I'll just drink here. I'll take Adderall in the morning. I'll take benzos, and if I relapse and I think I'm gonna die, I'll just take some more Adderall and give me a little bump, or you know what I mean? Just really stupid stuff. So anyway, I don't know. Maybe hopefully this video wasn't terrible. This is pretty terrible though. Okay, not quite as bad as liquid death probably, but not good. Okay, God bless all y'all, and salute.